This is Carla's 2010 Scion XD, and we've got some lights that are out on it. We're going to show you how to change those light bulbs out. Okay, Carla, turn the lights on. Okay, so here they are. They're on. Low beam is working okay, but around here on this side you can see our little running light. It's still working fine, but on the other side the running light's out. Let me bring it around here, show you. So right there. So we've got to replace that running light. Okay, put them on high beam.
This is regular beam right here.
Regular beam? Okay, so we've got one light that's working, one headlight that's working, and the other one is not working. Okay, change them. Now we got them on high beam. They're both working on high beams, but we've got a low beam on one side that's not working. So on this same side, we've got to change out the headlight, and we've got to change out a running light. Okay, Carla, you can come on and show them how we're going to do this. All right, here's Carla. This is her car, and she's going to change these light bulbs out for you.
Yeah, it's kind of important, especially as you get older in the dark. Out here in the country, we don't have very many street lights. So you notice it really quick. I noticed something was wrong. I didn't seem to have enough brightness. So did a check and realized I had an issue here. So where we're looking, oh, well, let's look at the front right quick, Denise. Right here, you've got several lights in here. The little lights that you saw burning on the low running light is down in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well through the glass. It needs to be shined up. And then there is a silver piece there, and the running light actually goes behind that, and that's somewhat of a reflector of some kind.
Yeah, you can just barely see it. Can't see it very clearly at all.
All right, so come around here and zoom in on where this is at. So basically, if you look at your light and see where the one is not burning, then you can come around behind it, and there should be a place right behind it, directly behind it, where your bulb plugs in. So it doesn't matter which light bulb you're changing, the housing that it goes into is going to be right behind. Let's see if I can do this with my left hand. So this right here is just a little rubber seal that keeps the water, not that, that's a deal. This keeps the water out of the light bulb. So we're going to pull that down and out of the way, just get that out of the way. And I don't know if you can show them this, Denise, but there's a little metal bracket that goes around it, and it holds it in place, and you have to unclip that bracket.
Yeah, so we see the clip. Yeah,
so the bracket is going to go down, push it in and down, it comes out from it, unhooks. That little hook unhooks. See, that hook was underneath the light bulb. So that's how we'll put it back together. So when you unhook that, that's important because that holds the whole thing together. So you're going to just pull that out of the way, and then we're going to, it's kind of getting wrapped around it. You just need to get that out of the way, and then the light bulb will come straight on out. Now, I can't tell by looking at this light bulb that it doesn't work, but I could sure tell by looking at how bright it was that it didn't work. And these lights on a Scion XD are low beam, high beam lights. So low beam, high beam lights means even though the high beam works on this, the low beam doesn't. So I've got to change the whole light. I can't just change the high beam or the low beam. I've got to change both of them. Now they typically tell you not to touch the light bulb, the glass, if you can possibly avoid it. So I'm going to do my best to not do that. I'm going to grab it here by the little brackets and put it back in this hole. And Denise, can you see those little notches? I've got to get it in those little notches down there. There's a little gap right there that has to sit in. If we don't set it in there, it's not going to lock in place. All right, so we've got that in. Now I've got this little bracket, and we're going to pull the bracket over. And we're going to hook the bracket back up underneath there. See the little hook right there where it hooks in? That's what we were taking out. Now this light bulb cannot work its way back out of that. You see that? That's the important piece that you need to know, is how to get that out. Now we're going to install this housing, this electrical housing into it. And there's 3 sides that are open for the plugs to go in. Can you see those? 3 sides. This side is not open for a plug to go in.
Yeah.
So the plugs have to go here, here, and here. So I just need to line them up with the 3 plugs that are down there. Slide it in. And then I'm going to pull this little housing back over it to keep the water out. And that is the low beam, high beam headlight installed. Now you don't have to travel far to get to the little amber running light beam that's over here in this corner, which I would not have noticed was out, except that the high beam was out. I mean the regular beams were out. Can you see that cord, Nisi?
I see the cord.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, I see the plug. Yeah.
So that's where we're going to unplug right there. Let me get my hand in the way, and this just twists and pulls out. See that here? This just twists. So basically it was in there and I just twisted it to get it out. Okay. And this one actually looks damaged. You can see it's black. It's black as my dirty fingers. And I'm going to replace it with another bulb. Now the bulb that I used for the high beam, low beam was a 9003 bulb. You can do different sizes of that. And this one is a 168 bulb. And at the automotive department, they had the guide as to what I needed. Now I got the NA, which is amber colored, but I didn't have to. That's just they didn't have the regular 168 in stock, so you could use either one. But it's going behind an amber shield, so that's fine if it's amber. So we're going to put it back in there, and then I'm going to just twist it. Yep, it's in. So I just twisted it. Just like that.
Okay. Let's look down in there and see it. There it is. Okay. All right. It's got the lights changed out, right? So now we want to...
And I chose, for this right here, we want to test it here just a second, but this right here I want to point out to you, Sylvania and other brands probably do as well. They make a basic, an extra vision for brighter, and then they have a brighter with white light, and then a brightest. And I chose the brightest, which is also the more expensive one. These run $24.88, so basically $25. The brighter runs $18.88 where I was buying them, and then the basic, I want to say it was like $15. I can't remember. May have been 10. But I chose the brightest because, like I said, I don't have good lights around. Let me get back in and see if we've got lights, if we fixed it correctly. How about that, niece? That's the low beams. I should have an amber light there.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, now I'm going to do regular lights. This is the regular lights that I would normally run.
Okay, both of them's on.
Okay, and this is the bright.
Yes, both of them's on.
Boom. And blinkers.
Yes.
And blinkers are actually a different light. There's actually another light in here for the blinkers. And then your daytime running low beam lights are down here. And there's actually a different bulb for those. But it's important that you have lights that you can see with at night. I have ran over a pack of pigs. That's not the right term because I couldn't see them at night. So got my bright lights now, so I'm ready to go. And if you need to change out a light, it's not hard. You do not have to worry about it. You can, however, if you're getting oil change, just tell them you want them to change the light out, and they will typically do it for free. A lot of places will. They'll change your light bulb out for free as long as you're paying for the light bulb, because you're having service done with them. And you can do that as well. Makes it easy.
That wraps it up, folks.
That's a wrap.